Welcome to Caseback Watches. My name is Tim, and in this episode I'd like to show you two Russians. They've rang the door and they told me, we are here to convince you that you can achieve everything with a proper tool. Oh, I really have to stop with this fake Russian accent. And I mean, this story was completely different. I was on a watch forum and a guy contacted me and he said, I found two dive watches made by Vostok and they offer for around €100 the entire dive watch genre feeling together with in-house movements, good quality, good specifications, around €100. Do you like to review them? And I thought, no, because I didn't believe it. 100, there are some cases, I mean, Seiko 5 is a watch for 100, can be good. But actually the Seiko 5 is, I think, 125. And so I said, it's not very likely. And I wanted to say no, but I mean, the guy is a capable person. His name is Alex, by the way. And he offered me those watches and he offered me trust. And you cannot say just, no, I don't want to have that crap here on the channel. And so I said, yeah, send me some images, please. And he did, and the images were from a shop, and they were terrible, terrible. And I thought, no way, I don't want those watches here on the channel. But again, he's a capable person, and then I asked him, are you sure? I mean, can I wear those watches? They're huge. How do they look like on the wrist? And then he sent me wrist shots, and this looked different. This looked way better. And then I thought, $100 for a decent dive watch from a respected manufacturer, this would be awesome. I mean, there are so many people on a budget, students, young people, older people, people without job because of that damn virus, for example. And so, yeah, 100 for a decent watch, 100 and you are part of the watch game, you have a decent timepiece. This really is an opportunity to present those watches on the channel and find out that it really works, would be some kind of public information, valuable public information. And so watches arrived, presented one on Instagram briefly without checking every aspect. We will do this. And yeah, we can find out then if it's really true, if you can spend €100 and then you have something decent on the wrist. And Alex wrote me, don't worry about dings and dangs and scratches. Those are beta watches. It's beautiful to see them with some marks. And I have to say, Alex, this is brave. This is very brave and trustful. Thank you very much for sending those watches in, but you will have them back untouched, unharmed, without any scratches. This is too much. You cannot scratch another man's watch, right? And after the Lightbox, I'd like to speak with you briefly about the next video. I'd like to make something with your participation again. And so this would be awesome if you can help me out then after the Lightbox examination. And this examination will start right now. Okay, here we are with our Vostok Amphibia models. Two watches with massive cases, as you can see, dive watches built for a purpose, very different dials. On the left side, you see this blue dial here. This is the reference 170549, retails a smidgen above €100 or around $120. And on the right side, the black dial, this is the reference 170548 for $135 or a smidgen above €100. So very affordable watches. And at first glance, they don't look cheap. They look pretty pure and rough, but they don't look and feel cheap. But let's go into detail and let's be absolutely merciless. Let's start here. This is Alex's favorite, the blue dial, but I'm not so sure, to be honest. I find this more interesting, to be frank, with those numerals here. But let's go over the dimensions. We have here an all-steel watch, as you can see, and the case diameter is 41 millimeters, but it wears relatively small because the length overall is only 46 millimeters. And the thickness is 15, so relatively massive watch. Lug width is 22. The crystal is a plexi, but they've managed to make this watch waterproof up to 200 meters, which is, I don't know if it's special exactly, but I've seen this not very often, a plexi in combination with this water depth. And we have a screw down crown with a typical Vostok feeling. I will show you this in a second. And it comes on a Vostok Zulu strap. The original strap is complete rubbish. Alex told me, I will see if I can confirm this impression. and inside works the in-house movement 241501. So this is an automatic movement with 31 joules, offers a relatively small power reserve of only 31 hours, but has the reputation to be extremely robust, extremely robust. They say the watch can be without a service easily 10 years. I mean, the next question is it worth it to service such a watch, or just dump the movement and put a new movement inside or buy a new watch? So this is a little bit contradictory to the idea of an in-house movement, a high quality movement, which shouldn't be replaced like that. But the first positive here is the dial, which really offers some character if you see those numerals, in combination with hands and indices and the massive amount of lume on the watch, together with this black, which is not super glossy, but also not matte. So I really like this look, I must say. I really like this look here. The hour hand is kind of weird because you have those two bars side by side to distinct it from the minute hand. Then you have the little dot on the second hand, which is often seen on dive watches. Very often it's not. So this is not special, but special is the font for the numerals. Look at the 9. This looks crazy. I've never seen such a font. I'd really love to know the name of the font, because watch manufacturers, of course, often they use fonts which are already in existence. They don't create a font extra for every watch. So very interesting look. The second interesting feature, of course, is the case. The case form is very distinctive and very brutal in a way, but doesn't look so bad. Those are not crown guards. Those are in fact case guards. It's to protect the case against shock. So like the bumper of a car. Very interesting look. And they've modeled the case a little bit into a nicer look, because you have here this high polished surface, which in my eyes is not necessary here. The bezel is a little bit polished. And the bezel, of course, is without any scale and without any function. And so the impression here is really that they've just cut everything off which can be damaged or can show malfunction there. It simply is nothing. And I want to show you the case back now. Let's take this off, this Zulu. By the way, different Zulu, NATO. Here you have only one layer of nylon. This is the major difference. Here's the watch naked. And this is quite advanced, this Caseback, for such a cheap watch. Let's face it. I mean, look at this. There you have an anchor and a star, and yeah, some writings in Russian, but we can read the 200 for the water tightness. And you see here a system you find often on Russian watches, that there's an inner ring here, and it holds the Caseback. So a Caseback and this ring is not one unit. Those are 2 units. I have no idea if this is good or bad, to be honest. I just want to mention it. So until now, I cannot really find something I absolutely don't like, I must say. I mean, for me personally, the watch might be too big, although it's not very long. But I'd love to see this a little bit smaller. This would be really interesting, really interesting. But overall, the case form is, yeah, it's kind of unique, and this in combination with the numerals and the dial, which is a little bit. There's a little bit Panerai in it, or am I wrong? This has a little bit Panerai DNA in it. On the other hand, the company Vostok, if I'm informed correctly, is much older than Panerai. But now let's operate it, and now it's getting brutal. Because this is not for everybody, and not really for me. You can unscrew the crown, and then it wobbles. It wobbles here, and then you think, oh, damn, the stem's broken or something like that. But you have this stem out of the watch, and the crown is not really that attached to that stem. It's not a malfunction. It works actually. It keeps the watch waterproof and everything. So it's at the end only another system, but I don't know. And the crown has the feeling of some sort of tin metal, but not very substantial. So this, for me, I shouldn't say negative, because it works. It works. We have to state it works, but I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan of this method here. And the movement provides hand winding with a very nice sound, I must admit, let's record this. There you are. It's buttery. It's buttery. It sounds nice. It feels good. I mean, I've said this often, and I always say, maybe you cannot understand why this is so important for me, the feel of a movement, but I like it. And now let's check the combination or the connection between crown and hands. Obviously, you only have one position here. And it feels surprisingly good. Seconds are not hackable, so extremely basic, that thing, but it feels surprisingly good. What's now? Oh, I've lost the position, excuse me. Excuse me, what? I've said this crowns, if you wind it, then sometimes the thread catches the tube, and then, yeah, you have some problems here. But the feel, setting the time, is good. Really, really good. I like that. Could set this a couple of minutes now. Very good. And this look here together with the plexi, I mean, plexi is a nice thing on a watch, right? Because it minimizes reflections. And this is exactly what you see here. And so let's close it again. Now let's check the strap, or let's go to the blue one first, and then we check the straps. The blue one, specifications are the same. Price is a little bit different. Dial color is between blue and black. Actually, you have a sunburst on the dial, and you don't have any numerals. You have only those indices here. And you know what? I mean, Alex likes this more because of the blue. I found it amazing, that blue. But this would be my watch here. I don't know. I mean, look at this blue, please. What do you think? Is this? There's a fine line between a nice and noble and elegant blue, or let's say a somewhat mysterious blue like the ocean, and there is this cheaper blue, and this it's on the edge. But I'm not the biggest fan of this blue, I must say. This is way stronger in my eyes, way stronger. Yeah, this is interesting. This is very, very cool. And I must admit, you have this feeling of a mechanical watch here, really. And so, if somebody offered me that watch here, I think I would buy it. This is really an interesting piece. But now let's put it on the wrist. No, first I wanted to show you the original package and strap, which is extremely basic. Let's readjust this a bit. Cardboard box. So same package like a Rolex. And there it is a leather strap, Vostok leather strap. Okay, I see what he means. This is not top-notch leather, but it's not as bad as I thought, to be honest. Not as bad as I thought. I see here a Chinese-made or Russian-made strap with not the best substance, but it could be worse. And now let's put the watch on the wrist. Wow, those Zulus are pretty stiff. Goodness, what the heck is fighting a bit here? And so here it is, a massive watch on a 17 centimeter wrist, but it's not too long, as you can see. You don't have little balconies around my wrist. I mean, perfect beach watch, right? Perfect beach watch. We are always a little bit worried, I think, when we have fine timepieces on the beach or in a lake or something like that. But this would be absolutely the perfect beach summer watch. And so, yeah, I'm happy with it. I could wear this. During the summer in nature, and this under 100 euros. Yeah, okay, this is, or actually this is a smidgen above 100 euros, but those are not really big prices. And so I think I am really convinced that this is good worth for the money, because let's imagine a micro brand with a design like that, and then a Miyota movement in it. Would they sell this watch then for 100 euros? I mean, we all know the answer, and the answer is no. They would sell this watch then for 400 or 300 or even more US dollars or euros. And here you really have you have this brand which is well known, is a little bit exotic. You have an in-house mechanical caliber inside, which is extremely rough and basic, but reliable and robust. And you have this vintagey plexi on top and this interesting case form. And so this, yeah, for around 100. So really, really good deal. Yeah, and at the end, I must say, I'm really a bit satisfied that I've contributed my little part here to set those watches on the map. Okay, welcome back, and now to the next video. I'd like to present you a nice watch from a micro brand. I will not show you this right now, it's a sneak preview here. 38 millimeters, good specifications, robust watch, Swiss movement, and it won't break the bank. And I want to surround this watch with some other micro brands from you. I've done this video there where I reacted to your suggestions. So viewers sent me their suggestions, their favorite micro brands. And I was on the website and I've learned so much, and I shared my thoughts and observations, and I think this was exciting for many people. This was just an entertaining video, I think. And I want to make this again with a proper light box examination of this watch here, surrounded by your favorite micro brands. And so all you have to do is check quickly that video in the description if we already discussed that brand, your favorite brand. And if not, then please put it in the comments here. Let us know what you really love, and then I will go on the website and I will share my reaction and my opinion with you in this next video. And if you want to have a sneak preview from time to time, then please visit me on Instagram. I show their watches for the next videos and other things I find interesting and remarkable. Okay, and this is enough for this video here. Thank you very much for your attention, and maybe until next time.